Hi everyone, it's Deez from Turtle Dove. How's everyone doing? I'm doing a lot better as far as my cold is concerned. Still coughing, but it's just a slow process and yeah, just getting better each day. I'm here to show you my very first paper bag journal that I made. This took me forever. I've been working on this on and off for a while. I'll show you the paper bags that I used. I used 3, and this is what they looked like. I took the handles off and I watched a few tutorials. There's different ways of doing them, and I just changed some little things up for myself. This one is a little bit smaller than the one that I've used. Just measure it for you. So this one's 6.5 inch by 4.5 inch, which is 11 centimeters by about 16 centimeters. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out. There's just a couple of finishing touches that I might do to it, but not a lot. I think it's about probably 97–98% finished, and of course I've got to fill it all out and use it. So I hope to make a couple more, and one day I'd even like to learn how to put a clear thing over it so that it doesn't get ruined. But anyway, we'll start with the lace tie. I've just taken an ivory coloured lace and a very fine pink lace, and I sewed that down on the edge just to give it a little bit more colour. So this is just a tie. You can tie it, and if this gets worn out I can change it. Now, being my very first paper bag journal, I'm keeping this for myself because there's a lot of things that I would do differently, and some things that I've forgotten to do. I'll probably only pick up on that, but isn't that pretty? And I stopped just short of the end on both sides because this is the only amount of this lace that I had left, but it still works. It looks really nice together, I think. Now, just before I start showing you through the journal, I'll just let you know what I used. I used the Craft Stall Australiana Scrapbooking Kit, and I've been wanting to use this for so long. It came with, I think I've hauled this quite a while ago. It comes with some stickers and some ephemera, and I've still got a lot of paper, so I might make another one and either give it out for Happy Mail or I don't know, something, but I definitely can make some cards with that as well. So I really enjoyed using this paper, and you'll see that in a moment. So the front, it's just all Australiana, all the paper, there's bottles and Australian native flowers and such. So I kept it quite simple. I just put a little bow there with some ribbon, and I made these butterflies a while ago, a bit of lace there. I actually bound it myself too, which is the very first time I've ever done that, and I don't know if I've done it right. This is quite fat, so I don't know if you could do it with using paper bags, but it needed a wider middle section. And I put some lace here on the edge as well, and I inked all the papers up just to give it that nice vintage feel. Now, there's lots of little pockets and tucks and things, so I've left this one free for me to use for papers and things, whatever I choose to put in there. 100% Aussie. These are all gum leaves, little koala, a bit of a doily, and I used glossy accent on a lot of the ephemera, so This is a vase with some eucalyptus leaves as well. Now this page here, I've got a little paper clip just to keep everything together. Just use this yarn and some gold ribbon on the top. I used a stencil with some glitter paste that I've got a long time ago, and I finally got to use that sheet up. This was actually a practice, but I loved it so much. I think it just goes really well with everything. And I put some cutouts of the map of Australia, some stamps with a koala on there, the continent, and wombats and kangaroos. And this is from a pad from the 50s. Hubby had it, and it's gold edged, but I probably inked over that. You couldn't really tell just by having a few pieces of paper. You needed the whole pad together to see that. So I just stamped some leaves on there in the pink. You can see got a little stamp there, butterfly. So that's nice, and that's why I keep this, just to hold the pages together. And being paper bags, I have these little pockets as well, and in that pocket I just have these little cards for journaling. That one says love it. There's lots of lines there for notes and such. You can use the back as well. Things to do. And this one's just today, with a blank, and I tell you it was blank. By the end I felt blank. Just stuff like that. So that's why I use this clip, just to keep everything together, and it looks nice from the outside as well, as you can see, my dangles and things. So go on to the next page. This is a belly band, a vertical belly band. I've made these a long time ago for journaling. I just make a lot of stuff and keep it in tins and such, so that when I need them I can grab them. So this has a little tree of life on there with a gold safety pin, and I just knotted some ribbon on that, and yay, I get to use some of my self-dyed papers. So this is with a green tea dye. Just folded up a piece of paper. I don't know if you can tell that it's green, but it is a pretty green, and I placed a doily over that so you get the pattern of the doily, and then I just stuck a stamp on that. That belly band is a fabric belly band, so I've used some lace and some cotton backing on that. On the other side I made another little tuck spot. I've just placed some little heart stickers, rhinestone stickers on there, with some more tea dyed paper. So I get to use all my paper now. And tuck that back in there, nice and safe. And then I made some more paper clips. I have a lot of coloured paper clips, and these are gold, and just placed some fine ribbon on there. Used a bit of washi on the edge. I don't like using a lot of washi in certain situations because they don't stick very well. They can, you know, unstick, but I reinforce that with a bit of glue. So, and then I just stamped flower images over that. Excuse me, there's my voice again. Now, the next page, just the koalas, good on you, and some proteas And I've left that blank because I might like to add some more papers there or something, hence why I've got some paper clips around. Again, I've used some of my papers that I made, and this has a beautiful gold hue to it. It's one of those spritzers. I did mention it and show you in another earlier video, sort of explaining more the process of how I made that, but it looks beautiful. Look at that sheen. And these are quite thin, this paper, and I've made a little tuck spot and then stamped butterflies in gold, another bit of my dyed paper, and here we get to some of the green dyed paper, and I put some more stickers on there and just inked around that. And I had to trace around this kangaroo because you couldn't see the shape of it. It was lost on the paper. I think I chose the wrong colour to place it on. So I did that. Some more stickers, a kangaroo and some golden wattle. A kookaburra with some protea. And then there's that gold paper again, did the same thing with the butterflies. So there's lots of tucks and pockets and such on here. There's the back of that gold paper again. I made a little corner pocket with a galah and just placed some stickers in there that I may use throughout the journal. And this comes from a pad, and I just love the paper, so I thought that can go in there. So I've used that a couple of times through here. Made another paper clip. I put a green bead on there and a charm. Now this page has a horizontal belly band, and I love this paper. Just all the beautiful wildflowers. Did something different with this belly band, just sort of embellished a little bit with the button and some lace. And I made a tag. This one's quite long and narrow, so I covered both sides and used some of this thread with one of my porcelain beads and a lovely little heart. So that's tall enough that you can see that from the top, and it looks really nice. Oh, you can't see, sorry. There we go. And I love this green bead as well. You will see later from an op shop, from my op shop Mondays, I bought a bag of old jewellery and just took everything apart, and that's where I'm already using them. And I did the same with, where was that other charm? Another little heart charm on the green paper clip, Dream. That is from that op shop find as well. Okay, next page. I probably layered too much in here, but it's really hard for me not to put things in. So anyway, I thought that turned out nice with the thread and the stickers and the die cut and a bit of lace and such. And there's another little tuck spot, put the washi tape on those ends, reinforce that with glue. Made another tag, it's a pretty protea, and put some lace on the top with some ribbon at the back, and used this thread. And the back looks nice with the gum leaves. Everything's inked, and there's some cotton. Just looks nice and rustic, but without being too rustic, if you know what I mean. So I'm really happy with how everything turned out. Getting to the last page now. made a double pocket, this little tag out of the paper from the paper pad. Put some little rhinestones on those flowers. It sort of has a washed out look, and I really like that. Very soft look to it. And I can turn the tag this way so you can see some of the green. So I have some more papers with a sticker. It says, when you love who you're with, you have everything you need. And I left this one free because it's just getting way too thick. Be happy because you're amazing. A lot of bee stamps here. Favourite, and a vase with some flowers. And that's been glossy accented as well. And the back is a map of, or 2/3 of a map of Australia. And I live at the bottom here. And in the last pocket, oh, I forgot to show you, just before I show you that last pocket, I forgot to show you a little pocket and what's in this one. Getting ahead of myself, I missed something. Lots of little hidden nooks and crannies in this journal. So I have these little bags with a window. I really like the feel of that, sort of waxy feel, but smooth and not sticky. And it has a self-sealing top, which is good. And I've just inked up all this ephemera, and got kangaroos and gold gum leaves and bottle brushes and kookaburras, more gum leaves, birds, a house, some text, my home, my heart, nice dome, bottle brushes in there. So I thought I could place that where I want throughout the journal, or put more things in there when I run out. So that goes in here. So this is the sort of stuff you want in there, something that stays nice and flat. Unlike this last page that I've got, which I don't know if I'll keep this in here because it is buckling this last page. Maybe I can punch a hole somehow and put it at the back and let it hang on the outside. But I made this nice little, and again I got carried away and layered a little bit too much. Now where was that page gone? I'll just put this back so I don't want anything falling out. There we go. So I'll just leave that on that page so you can sort of see it. But with this one, I just used some of the paper that I had, the offcuts, and I made a little mini journal. So I've got a safety pin with some lace tied to that, little gold charm, it's a bicycle, pretty flowers with doily underneath and some thread. The back's just plain, little pocket there with some little small tags that have been stamped. And this is all the offcuts that I didn't want to throw out. So I've stamped some leaves on that. That's the green dyed paper, and there's some gold. And this is the leftover paper as well that I didn't want to throw out. That's why I made the little mini journal. And I've used some gold ink to ink the edges of each page, and then some of the leaves. and flowers. You can see the pattern there on that paper. It's really effective when you start seeing it in a journal. This is the doily I used when I dyed the paper. I didn't want to throw that out either, so I cut that up and made well use of that. It's that gold paper again. And then even the smaller bits of paper I didn't want to throw out, so I just stuck things everywhere. And I folded the ends in and put some little stickers on that. So basically this is just another spot where you can stick things on and write things down. And there's a little vertical belly band with some more paper folded up in there. So that's it. For now, I'll put it back in here. But yeah, I think that's a little bit too thick. Getting carried away. Oh, and there's one last thing I want to show you. This is probably the addition that I'll make to it. I've been messing about with page corners, and I want to get more into that and embellish some bigger page corners for other projects. Now, I'll just show you how it will look, and it sort of protects the corners a little bit more. So I've used some of the scrap paper and just embellished it with lace and whatever I could come across, and each side's different, so you won't see the opposite side. Obviously, you just place it on the corner like that and glue it down. So that's what I'll be doing, and this is the other side. These two are the same, so I'll just show you what the other side looks like. So I'll be making a few more of those in the next journal. So all I've got to do is glue them down. I'm going to glue them down, decide where I want to put them, and then just reinforce it with the paper clip while it's drying, so it just stays nice and flat. And maybe I have to pick a page that doesn't have a pocket. So maybe on this one I could put the gum leaf, maybe down on the bottom, maybe on the top as well, like that. That just gives it another look and another function, especially on this washi tape, which tends to pop out easily. So I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. I think that looks nice there. It doesn't interfere with anything else. There's the other side. So I could maybe have them both the same, like that. Actually, that looks nice on that side with the yellows. So that is it. That is my very first paper journal. I don't know if you call it a junk journal, but it's not perfect. I made a few boo-boos along the way. But it's all a learning process, isn't it? But I did have fun making it. They are very time consuming. A lot of craft is. But that's why it's so therapeutic, because you know, you've got to put your time and love into it. Anyway, I won't tie it now because I didn't make one end long enough. But I just wanted to share that with you. And this is going to be well used. So I might even sew a little pouch for this so that I can place it in a tote bag when I'm out and about. I'm going to have to buy myself a tote bag now. I think I've got a couple actually. Yeah. I don't know what I'll use this for, but I'm sure I'll find something to write in there and use it for. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of my very first paper bag journal. I'll be making more, and I'm doing this to practice because I've got a couple of journals that I want to make. One is a gift to my sister in July for her birthday, and I just want to get some practice in with using signatures and things, and I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing, but I'm happy with how it turned out, and I can always watch more tutorials on YouTube. So thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of it. Maybe you can give me some tips. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.